it's all said and done, what do you want to be remembered for when you leave this earth?
100% honest answer. I really don't mind what people remember me as. I don't mind. I don't care. I think that whatever I leave or whatever impression that I leave on people, regardless if it was in person or if they think they know me through my music, however they remember me, it's just what it is. And I won't set a goal for that, or I won't say that I want to be remembered this way. That's not my goal. My goal is to just like me have fun with what I do as an individual person, because I'm nobody special. And I just wanted to be that. I just wanted to be, he was a person, and it sounded like he had fun doing whatever it is that he did. So like, I respect him for that. I respect him for just staying true to himself, and like doing him and like having fun, making music, and yeah, whatever it is that I decided to do for the rest of my life. And it is what it is.
That's real. That's real. I like that answer. No one has ever been like, honestly, I don't care, but as long as he was chilling, as long as he was enjoying it.
I don't really have a goal for that. Like,
yeah,
no, I'm just.
You're just you. You're just being you, and however people feel about that.
I'm an individual on this planet, just like everybody else, and
right.
Yeah.
Welcome to The Art of Creating Yourself. I'm your host, Ron. We're on YouTube, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple, wherever you get your
Ron the Goat.
Yeah, wherever you get your audio or visual, cues. Be sure to leave a like, follow, subscribe, rate us highly so we can keep spotlighting these artists and creators. We're also going to be doing Hyper Tight. I don't know if you saw the Instagram poll, but you can always participate in the poll on the Around Our Hype Instagram page or on my personal Instagram page, which is where you can not only find updates about what we're doing around here at Around the Hype, but things that other dope artists and creators in the Bay Area are doing. Let's go ahead and follow us there. Now that introduction and background stuff is out of the way, Around Our Hype actually beat Elon Musk and SpaceX in their quest to do something today. And I don't know if you're going to get this little connection we got going on here, but we got Mars. Quest to get to Mars. We got my boy here. How you feeling today, dog?
I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
Great, bro.
Yeah, I like to hear that. So here at The Art of Creating Yourself, we like the guests to give their full introduction. So go ahead and tell us your name, the city you're from, your ethnicity, and the crafts you participate in.
My name is Jannar Martin. I'm from Danville, Virginia. It's pretty much like nowhere. Yeah, that's a place you don't want to be. My ethnicity is Black. I'm mixed with Cuban, I believe. My dad is I don't really know my dad's full like ethnicity, because like my grandfather on his side was like pretty much came out of nowhere. And yeah, so I don't know exactly what I'm mixed with, but I know I'm Black for sure.
Okay. And you're a musician, right? You're an artist.
Yeah, artist.
Okay.
And like things I like to do, I like to like mix music. I like to watch anime, as you can see, like some shit going on in the background. I like to trade stocks. Yeah, and like chill, hang out with friends and shit.
That's for sure. That's for sure. So for the people who don't know, why did you choose this path? Because you went to the Navy, right? Straight out of high school, yeah. I'm guessing. All right, went to the Navy straight out of high school, right? And I'm guessing, I don't want to put anything on your story, but you did this just to get out of Danville or Virginia,
so,
right?
No, I didn't go to the Navy to get out of Danville, but like I always kind of had in my mind that I was going to join the military, because like that was something that my mom was in the Army. So she was like, she would always tell me that she feels like everybody should experience it. Everybody should experience the military for like, and I understood that later, like why she said that, because it just puts a lot of things into perspective as far as your view on the world and like being more appreciative over things that other people don't have. Because like after I went on deployment, and then I saw like Manila and in the Philippines and shit like that, and like how kids are on the street, and like some of those kids are dead, bro. Like, and people just step right over them, and it's a hard sight to see. I saw like a lot of things that I wouldn't wish on anybody, and it was just, yeah, it was that made me like realize, I'm like, we actually have it really fucking good. And then, but being here in America, you become so numb to things that are going on outside of this, that we start to complain about other things, like way smaller things and way smaller issues, because we're so used to a certain thing, and like we're used to a certain speed of things happening. And yeah, bro, so it was just like, I'm like, bro, it kind of pisses you off a little bit to like hear somebody complain about something or whatever. And I'm guilty of it. I do it all the time, but then I have to remind myself, I'm like, I could be like, you know what I'm saying? I've seen these things, and yeah, we have to like acknowledge other people's existences, like, and put yourself in somebody else's shoes, because we start to think that the world revolves around us, and that's not the case.
That's facts. That's facts. I always say it. To me, I feel like, at least me personally, I feel like I move from like problem to problem. So even if something's like a goal, I'll hit the goal and I'll be like, all right, like what's next?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I don't really give myself time to be like, all right, like soak in the moment. Cause I feel like,
Right.
as maybe is it an American thing or maybe it's a human thing, I was like, all right, what's the next problem I have to overcome to get to like the ultimate goal or whatever,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
happiness or whatever you feel like it
Hell
is,
yeah,
right?
bro. That's the goal. That's everybody's mindset should be just like that. What's the next problem that I could solve? Because you solve one problem, and then that problem solved, and you get happy, and then you try to live in that for too long, and then like next thing you know, you start to fall into like some sadness, because
Yeah.
like happiness is like, it comes from solving problems. When you solve
Mm-hmm.
problems, that's where you get your euphoria and your dopamine from.
Yeah, you have to keep doing it though, right? Because it
You
don't
have to
last
keep
too
doing
long.
it. It don't
You got
last
to
long
find
at
the
all.
next thing to like fix.
It's
You got
like
to find the next part of your journey to do or something. Because you're
yeah,
stagnant, you get content, and then you're really not happy at contentness. And I don't know if people really
nah.
understand that.
Yeah, you don't want to get comfortably numb. Like that's what, yeah, that can happen to you, and then you fall
Definitely
into
not.
depression and shit.
That's
Yeah.
100% facts. So in this story, right? You go to the Navy, right? After that, where does music fall into this? Where do you become, or where do you decide that, all right, after I get out or while I'm in here, this is going to be my way to whatever I want to do in life?
Um. So music was always there. It was I was always wanted to be something. Like I always wanted to be like some sort of musician, because
Mm-hmm.
on my dad's side of the family, everybody plays an instrument. My dad he plays everything. He plays the guitar, the bass, the piano, the drums. He can sing, like he does all of that stuff. My mom can sing, like, and everybody on my dad's side of the family plays something, and everybody on my mom's side of the family sings. So it's like, okay, I don't really fall into the whole singer category, or the musician category, as far as like playing instruments and shit, because that I was raised in a church family. So, but I always loved rap music, and because on my one of my friends that lived up the street, he had started putting me on to like Tech Nine and Eminem and Hobson, Cess Crew, Strange
Mm-hmm.
Music, all of that. So like uh I was like, bruh, this is what I want to do. And I decided that when I was like 8 years old. I'm like, I wanna make music. And then just being around musicians and shit like all my life, like kind of like they, even though they were it was a church family, they always supported it, and they liked my music. So yeah, like, and after I got into the military and I could actually like afford my music equipment and like laptop and shit like that, I spent my first paycheck on a laptop, a new laptop, because I had been like recording on Audacity and all the free programs and stuff, like
Mm-hmm.
recording on Rock Band mics
Yeah.
and that shit like that. Then when I got, yeah, after I got to the military and I could afford like actual stuff, like actual mic, actual laptop, I just started teaching myself like how to mix music and how to record music. Yeah. And then 2018 is when I had recorded a song where I was like, oh, I actually like really, really like this song. So that was the first. It was a song called "What Is Sleep." Put that on Spotify, and everybody fucked with that song. So I was like, oh shit, like I'm just gonna keep going, bro. I'm just gonna keep putting out music. Yeah,
And that was that.
Yeah, that was that. I just kind of fell in love with that shit.
Okay. And I guess I'm gonna ask half of this question now, and then every episode I always ask like the overarching question. But what is the goal with this, right? Because I know you said you like stocks too, and we're right about to get into a little bit of that stock stuff. But is it to reach a certain stature, or is it to make a certain amount of money, or is it to be financially independent? What is your goal?
So honestly, musically, I would say that my goal is just to let things happen organically and just naturally, and however things happen. Because like if you keep up with me, you know I'm not the type of person to just like to put out tons of music. Like I'll never like just throw you tape back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
Because that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is like whenever I record something or throughout the time of me making music, if I record something, I'm like, if I really, really like the song, that's the only way it's coming out. Like I know a lot of people just put out, they like quantity over quality, or they believe that everything that they putting out is fire. Like I don't believe that one bit. Like I believe like I'll record like 6 or 7 songs within like a month, and I'll pick one of those songs. I'm like, this is my favorite song, and then I'll put that song out, and the other 6 songs like you might never hear. Like, so I mean, it's just that like there is no desire to be like the best artist or the best rapper or anything like that. I'm just like, I put out my favorite songs, and when like sometimes things happen with those songs, like Joe Exotic. Like Joe Exotic wasn't it wasn't really my favorite song, but I had fun making it, and by that I put it out. I made it one night, and then the next night I released it. Then that shit just went up, right? Like, I mean, that's how I want everything to be. I just want it to be like I have fun doing this. I didn't tell nobody that I was working on this colossal project and whatever. If I make something, I feel like I should be able to put it out whenever I want to. I could put it out the next day, and then the people that really fuck with me are going to hear the song, and then everything else would just come from promotion if I wanted a lot of people to hear it. Like, so yeah, it's just like have fun with it and just put out what I want to put out, and then whatever happens.
I feel that. And keeping it on the Joe Exotic, since you brought it up, you had Chanel West Coast actually participate in your little Joe Exotic challenge, right? She did,
yeah.
Was it a Triller she did?
She did a Triller. She damn near started it. Like, well, she didn't start the challenge. Like the next day, like after I woke up and it was released, like it was already like the first day. I think it was like 10K, like 10,000 plays, like no promotion at all.
Yeah.
And like on TikTok, there was like hella people that was like doing their version of the challenge and just like having the sound play or whatever. And they would do like a whole lot of people was doing like these girls were doing like these makeup things and making themselves look like Joe Exotic. And so I thought that was hella cool. And then probably like the 4th day that it was out, somebody tagged me in one of her posts, and I was like, dude, there's no fucking way.
There's no way.
And then I clicked on it, and I was like, lo and behold, bro, that's my song. And then hella people just went on her page and like started tagging me. And I was like, bro, tag him in this video. And then she did. And then she followed me on IG, and then she started like DMing me and shit, like telling me she loved the song. And she was like, if when this coronavirus shit is over, she wants me to come to LA, or she'll come to the Bay, and let's do a song together. all that shit, bro. Like,
You know?
I was like, yeah, that's cool. Like,
Yeah.
I'm down. I think that'd be hella chill. It'd be fun. It'd be fun to do. I'm
That's
like
sick.
somebody I grew up watching on TV and shit on
Yeah.
Ridiculousness and
Uh-huh.
fucking Fantasy Factory. I'm like, yeah, that'd be. I got on the song with Chanel West Coast. Like, I used to have a crush on this girl.
Yeah. She was the one for a lot of people in the, with Rob Deerdeck, and it was like Fantasy Factory and
Yeah.
like Ridiculousness. Yeah. So, bringing it to my next point in this question, if you could collab with any celebrity, past, present, or future, who would it be and why?
So there's been like about 3 different artists that I've had in mind right now, and that's 070 Shake,
Okay.
um Juice when he was alive. Like the plan was to like get the money together and then to throw at him for the feature, get in contact with his managers, and I wanted to do that with him and X. Like when X was alive, and then like I was like, dang, bro, like all the people that I wanted to make music with or that I really resonated with, like just like things happen, and yeah, I mean that's life, but like and put into perspective, like made me realize that if there's somebody in mind that I want to do music with, that I should try my best to do music with them at this moment, because you never know what can happen to an artist.
That's
Right?
100%, 100%. And I don't like comparing people, but when I really like Juice, I was a top Juice Wrld fan. Like I feel like Juice was really about to hit that like super mainstream. I mean, he had like the tape with Future, he had
Yeah,
like Lucid Dreams, but I feel like he was about to hit another level where like
yeah,
it was about to get crazy. Right. I don't like comparing people, but I get that same like Juice vibe from you. Right? That's
yeah.
why
I
I'm
get that
such
a
like a
lot.
big fan of yours, because I'm like, okay, I hear Juice World and I'm like, I get this certain like vibe and feeling when I hear Juice World, and I love Juice World, and like I haven't been able to like to recreate that same like vibe with like a lot of the other artists, but I get that same vibe from you. So that's why I'm like, oh, is Mars dropping? Like this is like the not the reincarnation of Juice World, but like just like the continuation of like what was going on. Like
Right,
this
right.
is
Yeah,
on. I know it's not the same, and you guys have different
yeah,
stories and
yeah.
everything, but
Yeah,
I
Juice is
get
a
that. I
legend.
get that sense. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Rest in peace, Juice World.
Yeah,
Definitely.
no, he's definitely a legend. That's that's somebody that like his talent, the amount of talent he has, like I couldn't compare that to nobody. Like as far as like how talented he was, yeah, bro. His ability to just come up with things on the spot, and his freestyle ability, and just his creativity, that inspired me a lot. Like as far as the hearing my old music and then just like thinking that I can be way more creative. I was like, I can be, and that's the only thing I kept in my mind. Is like I can be way more creative. I can
There's
be way
another
more
level to
creative.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, there's another level. There's another level, and then I just have to keep building on that. That's why if I put out a song, the next song I put out, I try to make it better, like way better. I was like, I can expand on that. If people think that this is my best song, then I can expand on that. And I was like,
I
because
like
this,
that.
I was like, man, it's all everything that you make is all in the moment, and it's all like all how you feel at that moment. So if my feeling changes, I can still like capitalize on the previous thing, like, and just do it in a whole different way. And like if you listen to everything that I've dropped, like I don't have like songs that are similar, like too similar that you can play this and then play this, and it's different. So I mean, like I don't want to be in a box. I don't want to be labeled as like this type of rapper. uh I want, when you hear my music, when I'm releasing a track, regardless if I previewed it or not, I want you to know that it's going to be different. Like this time is going to be different. This is still me. This is just me having fun and like being creative and being an artist. Like I made a country song. Like I'm from the country, damn near. Like
Yeah.
that's a part of me. You know what I mean?
hmm
There's multiple parts of me.
I get that, and it goes kind of back to what we were talking about just moving from problem to problem, right? If you have that type of evolution mindset, you you should always want to like capitalize on what you already did. Like that is now the foundation. That is now like the baseline for what you're gonna previously do, right? So you're
Right.
always trying to like, all right, like no matter what, this I have to improve on this. So if I
Yeah,
came at
yeah.
a 7 last time, best believe no matter what, I'm coming at a 7.5 this time at minimum.
7.5 or higher.
Because I gotta raise the floor now.
I gotta raise the bar. I can't go backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Same with the quality of the music, the mix quality. And like this year or last year is when I was listening to Wedding Day by St. John, and I was just listening to it in the car, and I was like, the mix on this song is beautiful, bro. Like I was like, it's beautiful. And this is what I want my music to sound like. And I was like, and I can't take nothing less. So if 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 it's not this or better, then I don't want it to be. I don't want to release it because this is my standard. And if I release something that sounds immaculate one day and then next month I release something that's like subpar, like why? What? I just move backwards. Like people now have this when they listen to my music, now they have a standard. And I was like, okay, this is what his music sounds like now. So if I go back to Audacity days and then it sounds like trash, they're like, this dude's hella falling off. Like what? What is he doing? Yeah, everything has to be built off the last foundation. If it gets better, then that should be your foundation.
100%, agree with that. So this one, you're our first guest that I guess we second guest technically, but we didn't ask Danny any Project 96 related questions, right? So Project 96 is actually where I first heard of you and we met. So how did that experience kind of like change how you view collaboration with your music?
So Project 96 was dope as fuck. That was the first time that I had ever like put myself in a group of people that everybody had a common goal and like everybody wanted to make music. As far as like changing, you say change my view on collaborations, or
yeah, change your
is that
view on like the act of collaborating with people and making music, because that was I think that was just like crazy thing that happened. Usually albums don't happen like that, tapes don't happen like that, singles
Yeah.
or whatever don't happen like that. So
Yeah, it was kind of weird to me, just because like from the entire time that I've been making music, I limited myself to only making music with like one person. Like I only made music with one other person, and that one person was Bradshaw. And until I met Cola, and then I made a song with Cola. But I was more on. I'm more like to have complete control over what's going on in a song that I'm gonna be on. So because people will hear a song from me, and then they expect that from me. Like they'll expect like a certain style, but then like I don't want to. Like I said, like I don't want to be limited to a certain style. I can recreate something all day long, but as far as like if I hear a beat, or if somebody says like, yo, this this beat, this you, and then I hear it and I'm like, this was me. Like you should have called me back then. So like it's hard because no matter how much different music I make, just like you said, I give you Juice WRLD vibes. I give that vibe to a lot of people. So when people want to make music with me, they have like that particular sound in mind. So like yeah, as far as like changing my view on collaboration, it didn't really change my view. Okay. It really just put into perspective like the whole networking aspect of it all. It made that more what do I say? How can I say it? It made networking fun.
Okay. Yeah.
It wasn't a networking event. It wasn't like I just performed and got off the stage and then like people asking me for my ID. It was more like everybody was kind of everybody saw each other as an equal, and being in that environment was cool because it wasn't like somebody was just trying to do a song with me just because like they heard my music. It was like we're gonna play a beat and whoever thinks they can hop on this, we're gonna hop on it, and then we're gonna find out together, like, who actually is tight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
who actually knows what they're doing and who can make music for real, because there's not a lot of time, and there's a ton of people. So there's a ton of people that have like their whole ego or whatever, and even though like the plan was like leave your ego outside,
Yeah.
I mean the first 96 was like, it wasn't that. There was a lot of ego and whatever, but it was a good time. But
Yeah.
people can't just like leave their ego.
It's hard, even if you tell them, right? It's hard,
Even if you
right?
tell them, nobody can leave their. That's something that would take a lifetime to master, and like learning how to control things that you can't see, and like your emotions and stuff like that. Yeah, no matter how much you tell somebody, that's like telling somebody, you can come, bro, but leave your emotion at home.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the networking aspect. It didn't change my collaboration view, but it did change my view on networking. That made me believe that you can, if you want, like get a bunch of random people together, and within like a few months, y'all all be tight as fuck. Like y'all all be hella good friends, and then like those are people that will help you down the line and help you push your music and stuff like that. So that was hella cool.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. Usually it's I like to say like collaboration over competition, but when you're in that, and going back to what you said about like ego, if you have 9 people who really want to be on the song, you can't really have 9 verses on like a song or like a tape with 20 songs. You can't add everybody's verse.
Right.
Like it does come down to who is the tightest at a point, or which 4 fit the best, or like whatever
right.
Whatever order you want to go, whatever vibe you're trying to get off. So you do gotta kind of one, leave your ego at the door, but you got to bring that little like competition aspect to yourself, and you got to make sure that you're at like a certain bar, because you got to match the person next to you, because if you don't, it's not really competition because it's all love, but you get hit off the song real quick.
You got to come in like, I'm the GOAT. I'm the GOAT. I'm the GOAT. Like that's got to be your mindset. Like I'm the GOAT. It's with anything, whether you're in a room full of people or by yourself. Like, cause that's where it all comes down to. If you gonna make the best song, because if you don't believe in yourself, then like nobody will believe in you.
Thank you for coming on again. And if there's anything that you would like to tell the people, that any like media that you're doing or any content you're dropping, whether it be music or anything else, this is your time. This is your plug talk. I know you just got glitched. I don't know if you want to talk about that or promote that. Go ahead.
Sure. Y'all can go check out Glitch on. It's all the links are on my bio. Just click that. As far as like future projects, just gonna have to fucking wait and see. I'll have to wait. Just know that it's.
I thought you were gonna give some. I really did. I thought you were gonna be like, oh, you give another date, it hit the date. I was like, yo, it's crazy, dog. Go ahead.
Just know that something is coming. I don't even know a date. I don't know what it's gonna be called, but just be on the lookout for something crazy. Something crazy will happen. Trust me.
I like that. Be on the lookout for something crazy. 2021, something crazy, or just something crazy?
Anytime.
Okay.
So, I might Frank Ocean niggas and not.
If you do that, right, you heard it here first. Catch Mars 2025. We here with the blonde.
The fucking green 2025. Green is dropping. Be on the lookout for it.
If you do that, I need a double album then. I need the visual album first to throw off everybody. Then I need the classic blonde album, and just, it is what it is. That's peace and love. Peace.
Tight.